He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
love. Hello, everyone. The sun might be bright in a minute because I'm about to turn that corner. Anyway, hello, everyone. Everyone is having a good day. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is a little corner car chronicle thing. I am on my way home, getting ready to go so I can go live later today. I will still be doing the Braxton family review today. I'm going to do that once I get home, and that will too be uploaded before I go live tonight at 10 Eastern Standard Time. So it is 7:16 p.m. today. Y'all know today was Aretha's funeral here in Detroit. The funeral started, okay? This isn't a rant. This is just my thoughts on today's festivities, okay? And I want to talk about it as I was driving, because I don't want to be like I just want to think, you know what I'm saying, drive and think. So, the services started, or coverage started, at 9 a.m. today. If my phone is, I'm in the car, so I might be jumping a little bit, and, potholes. The services coverage started at 9 a.m. today. Okay, I woke up at 9, had my TV on. I know they started letting people into the venue at like around 10, I believe it was. The funeral itself, when I got up like out my bed at 11 this morning, it was a full-on funeral. Okay, it was a full-on funeral. It was live on our Channel 2 News. I think Channel 2 News here, Channel 4 News here. Greater Grace, the church where it was, also was streaming live from their church, the Sanctuary. I believe a few other places were streaming it live too. So it was streamed live, so everyone was able to see it. Aretha looked great, okay, because there was a picture release, a full body thing, not close up, far enough away to where it was not disrespectful, but close enough to where you could see what she had on. Mama was laid out, okay, Auntie Aretha was laid out in gold, baby. I was like, okay, come through, Aretha. You had all these changes for your funeral. You know what I'm saying? We had the 2 days at the Charles H. Wright Museum, where she had on a blue dress and also a red dress. She had on a whole different dress when she was at New Bethel yesterday. So Mama went out in style. I would not expect anything less when you are going to different locations, and it's Aretha, you know what I'm saying? She's very fancy or whatever. So I watched earlier. It was a very great service. It was a very long service, because as I said, it's 7 o'clock today, and the funeral is just now wrapping up. They took the casket out at around 6:40 p.m. So remember, the services start. I'm not looking, I'm driving, of course. Services started at 9 a.m. Okay, the news people, the church folk, the usher board, you know what I'm saying? All of them was at the church this morning, you know what I'm saying, getting things together at around 9 a.m. Okay, 6:40 is when they finally took the casket out of Greater Grace Temple. I love Aretha. Let me say that. I posted that on my Instagram and my Facebook. I love Aretha, but I would not have sat through that was like 10 hours. That was a good 10 hours. Because you got to think about it. People had to get up and get ready. You know what I'm saying? You had to be looking good for Aretha. You had to go get in line for Aretha. It wasn't a quick little, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to get there at 10. No, you had to be up at like 7. Okay, it's about 7 a.m. to be ready to get down to the service, because where it was so much traffic. They had, 130 pink Cadillacs parked outside, taking up all the goddamn parking spaces. So, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't park nowhere because all the parking was taken up by the pink Cadillacs. But it should be, because guess who it was for? It was for Aretha Franklin. Okay, so I get that. We saw the program for the service yesterday, and it said it was going to be over at around 3. It was You see my blinker, bitch. Don't play with me. It was I be cussing and fussing. It was supposed to be over at around 3. It had a full program of each thing that would happen, who was speaking, how long they had. And I'm like, okay, they know because they're doing a lot. They want to keep it on time. For the most part, it didn't seem like nothing was like off time or whatever. But the fact that it was not over until 6:40, that's 3 hours and 40 minutes past the scheduled time. Now, a regular funeral, it'd be about, 30 minutes later than what it's supposed to be or whatever, or didn't do anything. It happens. I'm not saying everything was going to be exact. I should put my shades on. It's going to be exactly on time. But 3 hours later, how do you prepare to be at a funeral from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m.? How do you prepare for that? Do you bring a lunch bag? I know the choir. Come on, choir! The choir was absolutely wonderful when I left my house today. I didn't leave my house until like 12 something. It was right before Smokey came up and spoke. I missed Smokey. I missed the Clark Sisters, but of course I recorded it at home, so I'm going home and at least try to watch the Clark Sisters. But I caught just about everything else, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into the performances, okay? But again, I still don't know how you prepare to be at a funeral that long. I don't know. And as we saw, some people who were there in the beginning was not there at the end, because who can prepare to be at a funeral from 9 a.m. until 6:40 p.m. I don't want to be at work that goddamn long, let alone be at a funeral, okay? So, the first performance, I didn't see everything, okay? So, I can't say I saw everything because, again, I was getting ready for work and I was at work. So, this is my, what I can remember about it. And you can't take notes about a funeral. It's just not right. Anyway, so Faith Hill, I believe, was the first person I heard sing. Faith sounded very hoarse. Faith sounded like I'm not going to say she was drunk and that she was hungover, but what I'm saying is I know drunk people and how they sound when they hungover, and that's how she sounded. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was very, like, her voice, like she was sickly. Like she may have had a cold. She was recovering from having a cold or something like that. Like I've heard Faith Hill sing. I was a Faith Hill fan, back in the day. I remember some of her songs. I feel like a woman. You know what I'm saying? So I know some of her stuff. So I know her voice is better than what it was. Okay, it's better than what it was. And I'm like, they had 189,000 performers anyway. Y'all couldn't tell Faith to have a seat and say, Faith, you know what? If you know your voice messed up, just say, you know what? My voice not right. Like, I can't do this. Because my voice sounds like I had a whole bunch of drinks and I'm recuperating. But she got there anyway. She said, and again, it wasn't like she was bad like that. Like, it wasn't bad like, oh, let's shame her and tell her she did Aretha wrong. She didn't do Aretha wrong. I just feel like I know what her voice sounds like or what it sounded like before, and it wasn't what it used to be to me, bitch, okay? And I'm like, she sound like I sound when I've had a couple drinks or some wine, or I've been up all night talking on YouTube and my voice is completely shot and I'm still trying to talk. It'd be real hoarse like that and I can't say much. So that was Faith Hill. Ariana Grande. It was a whole Facebook thing about, first of all, Ariana sounded different to me. She sounded really low. Like she didn't have any power in her voice. It's like, I don't think she used to singing in churches, and you know what I'm saying, singing out loud so the people in the back can hear you. I think she's used to performing like in stadiums where they force your voice to be loud because the speakers everywhere, there and there. But she was real low, like, and I was like, is she singing or is she whispering? Is this some AMSAR? Like, what's going on? Like, I can't really hear her. And you singing, you know what I'm saying? You make me feel. You were singing Natural Woman, girl. That's a whole belted from your gut song. But I'm like, she only 25, so do she really know what it feels like to sing Natural Woman from a natural place up in a grown ass adult woman in these streets? I don't know yet. I don't know. But what I do know is her skirt, that dress, That dress she had on was short as hell. I'm like, she don't have no church mothers around her. She had no. I'm like, nobody from the usher board didn't come up and tell her, is that your dress, baby? Like, I'm like, they ain't want to give her like a church robe, like put her in a choir. Come on, choir. Like nothing, just nothing. It was short. It was short. Okay, I swear when she walked up, she was holding her ass because she realized it's very short. And I'm pretty sure at least one or two church mothers stopped her and said, baby, you dress like a harlot. Okay, like a whole harlot. Not saying she's slutty, nothing like that. What I'm saying is when you go to church or a saint, if I'm yelling because I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear me. You go to church to be sure that you can't. God did say come as you are, but I think that means like if you don't have no clothes, wear whatever you want to wear. If you have access to clothes, you should know, at a church for a funeral, you don't wear a dress that's right below your booty cheeks. Even if your booty not that big, you know what I'm saying? You don't wear no booty cheek dress, and she had on the booty cheek dress. And I was confused because I'm like, no one in her camp said maybe this isn't the dress. I'm like, it was short. And then she was up there singing in front of Reverend Jesse Jackson. You had the pastor. You had Bill Clinton. It was for me. I felt uncomfortable for them because again, her ass in their face, and they gotta act like they not looking, but they men. Okay, so I'm like, if a little young tender up there singing a song and she dancing around without me all out, you know what I'm saying, high heels on or whatever, her dress shorter than whatever, you gonna look, it's inappropriate in my personal opinion. The dress was cute, it was inappropriate in my opinion for the event. I'm like, clearly she only 25, but I'm like, she ain't got no common sense. Like, she don't have nobody in her camp who's ever been to a funeral. You don't wear that to funerals, okay? You're just not supposed to do that, people. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend on my Facebook page or whatever, like, that's wearing the wrong thing. I'm like, no, her ass was damn near out in front of the reverends, okay? In front of the bishops, okay? In front of the, come on, choir! In front of all of them. And I'm like, and then she was singing low, but whatever. I digress. I did catch Smokey on replay, and I realized he didn't sing the whole thing, but he did sing. He said, I miss you, my buddy. I remember that from the Temptations movie, so that was a great thing. It was a cute little moment. I loved Shirley Caesar. I mean, Shirley Caesar came through looking like an auntie. I'm like, auntie got her whole groove back, because Shirley Caesar, she's older or whatever. And I'm like, she don't look her age at all. She came through looking a little snatch. Okay, a little snatch. Come through, Shirley, with the cute short cut, with the nice little bedazzled dress. I said, okay, girl, you gonna come through for the one time. I loved the speeches from, damn, I just missed my exit. Son of a bitch. The freeway different now. But I love, Eric Clark Dyson. I loved his speech. I loved Mathis's speech. I love Bill Clinton's speech too. It was a lot of people's speeches I loved. I was joking about the mayor, Mary Mike Duggan. I'm like, he up there promoting Detroit for people to come to concerts and shit. And then we see he actually was promoting Chene Park, because he's going to propose for Chene Park to be renamed after Aretha Franklin. So that was a great thing. They're also going to also propose to name a street after her too here in Detroit. So that was also absolutely beautiful. So the service, again, it was very, very, very long. Okay, but it was a lot of great moments. I love Reverend Al Sharpton saying, yes, he did spell Respect the wrong way. He said, but I hope y'all will let Trump know how to be respectful, because, Trump, monkey ass, said how Aretha used to work for him. And he said, she ain't never worked for you, okay? She worked for herself and for the people, but not your ass, okay? She performed for you, bitch. Get it right. So I said, come through, Reverend. I tell y'all, I was on my IG, like, posting the stuff or whatever, early today before I went to work. But I have to say, it was a great homegoing service. It was just long. it was very long. You know, Fantasia came through and shut it down. I'm like, she came through with the proper church outfit on to sing in. Ariana Grande, take notes. You know, she took her shoes off, because sometimes when you singing in them high heels, you have to kick. And we know Fantasia is a homegrown, barefoot singing the church down singer. And I feel like she took her shoes off, and I didn't find that too inappropriate, because she do that at her own shows. And at church, sometimes you do kick your shoes off so that you can praise God without thinking about falling. And I feel like she knew the spirit would hit her, so she knew I had to take these heels off so I don't fall. I saw Jennifer Hudson did really, really great. You know what I'm saying? Her little slow ballad. You know, I think she did Precious Lord. Was it Precious Lord? I think it was Precious Lord. But she did the end. Her thing was great. You know, we also had it was a lot of greatness on that stage. Yolanda Adams, whenever Yolanda Adams performed, she always makes me feel the song deep down in my bones. Like, I mean, it touches me every time she could sing the menu to McDonald's, and it would still make me feel some kind of way that God is telling me that I need to go to McDonald's and get like a Sprite, you know, with no ice. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, it was a great. I did not watch. I at least listened to the majority of the funeral. But it was long. I was like, if that was my family member, I would have said, hey, at like 3 p.m., I would be like, hey, wrap it up, okay? Because Aretha was on a whole funeral tour all this week, okay? She was at the museum. I'm not gonna miss this. Nope, because the freeway is all fucked up. Ain't gonna catch me twice. I already passed my damn house. Anyway, but yeah, she was at the, my mom went down to see her at the Charles H. Wright Museum. It was so many people. So again, Aretha on a whole, funeral tour, you know what I'm saying, all this week. And I felt like I just wanted her to be able to really rest in peace. And as much as she is a public figure, and as much as we love her, as her fans love her, and how we are grateful that her family allowed a piece of her to be shared with us by having her funeral public to, a public viewing of it. We have to still remember that's still a family member. And I'm not a funeral person, so I would have felt like, look, we not gonna sit up here all day and be mourning just because this is for the public. I feel like a funeral at the end of the day is still for the family. So even if they share it to the public, I felt bad that her grandkids or children and her close family and friends had to be there for that long because there was so much going on. And I felt like, well, dang, like they still talking, and it was like long speeches. Like, we saw Jesse Jackson spoke, we saw our Governor Snyder spoke, we saw our former Governor Jennifer Granholm spoke. It was so. Tyler Perry came up and spoke. I love Cicely Tyson talking, but yeah, it was just so much. And I feel like, should all of that have been done at a funeral? Or could they have had some, like, I don't know. I just would not have wanted to be at a 10-hour funeral for my aunt, or for my mom, or for my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Or my whoever, everybody who that is for her. Because I'm like, funerals are gut wrenching. They are heart pounding. They are sad sometimes. And again, it was great to see her be praised and appreciated, and all that. I'm not saying that part was wrong. What I'm saying is, me personally, bitch, I don't want to be at a funeral for damn near 12 hours. I was like, oh my God. I felt bad for the usher board. I'm like, they on their feet the whole day. I'm like, the choir had to be thirsty because they kept having to sing the whole time. I'm like, did they get them cold bottles of water? Like, was there some church fans going around? Guess who needs some gas? Me. But again, that was just my thoughts and comments on it. Here in Detroit, everyone was listening to it a while. Even at work, the cleaning lady came up, because I guess on her phone, she had been on her on her own like data or whatever, and I guess she must have ran out. It's like it won't pull up no internet from you anymore. And I said, you probably run out of data because your thing don't say Wi-Fi. Oh my God, I did it. And she wanted to sit and talk to me about the funeral. I said, ma'am, I'm not finna talk to you about this thing on funeral. I don't know. No, thank you. I'm not gonna do that. Plus, I'm working anyway. But yeah, anyone was watching the funeral today. Whether you would live in Detroit or not, I love how Michael Clark, the Dyson dude, how he was like, we know Detroit is this, Detroit is that, a Coney dog, all the things he mentioned that was so Detroit. I'm looking like, that is so Detroit, bitch. It really is. But yeah, today was, I'm happy that she is now this, because she died, a minute ago. It's been like a week or two, and I just feel like the hardest part for families is having to get to the funeral and get past it to start being able to grieve and get just get your days going back. But if you at a 13-hour funeral, that's just hard to even deal with, because you sit and think, damn, grandma gone, auntie gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so that part to me was a little bit, extra. Look at the little sunlight coming through. Okay, come through, sunlight. My whole voice gonna be messed up for this damn live. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Aretha. Because I know people gonna ask me about it in the live. I'm like, let me go talk about it beforehand, so I don't have to be on live talking about Aretha. So those are my thoughts, my concerns. Again, it was a beautiful service. Beautiful. She looked absolutely gorgeous. Going out in style or whatever. It was great. And other than that, people, I'm done. I'm going to leave it off of there. Put your comments below if you watched it, what you thought about it, what you did not think about it, and all that stuff. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay's Corner. Peace.